Hello and welcome to Andrew Broussard Watercolors. This is part 2 of an experiment where we're taking cheap Hake brushes from the store, either Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or this one, Jerry Artorama. This was less than $2. And I'm going to try to pre-wear them so that they could be used more in the style of the Ranson Pro Art Hake brush. This is to kind of use it beyond just for broad washes and applications in that fashion. This is to kind of get the versatility of the stippling texture and etc. So I have gum arabic, and my experiment is going to be grabbing said gum arabic and applying it to the brush itself. The goal is to kind of get it to dry stiff, and then from there I'm going to sand it down. I was talking to Joe Menza, and he uses a trimmer. He said that was his experiment for it and that it worked very well. However, I have a big old beard and I have not been clean shaven since, last time I was clean shaven was 2012. So I don't have a beard trimmer or anything like that in the house. And that was a devastating day. I was going to trim my beard, and I didn't have the extender on it, and it just immediately, my first spot was right on my chin, and it was down to the skin. And I was like, oh no. And I then from there had shaved off the chin portion to see if I could salvage anything, and then it was all mutton chops, and I looked like that guy Lemmy from Motorhead. And I'm a school teacher, and I don't think that would have flied. So I shaved everything off, and haven't been clean shaven since. Okay, so these brushes now have a fair amount of gum arabic on them, and I'm going to try to shape them, and then from there we'll let it dry and I will sand them down. Just going to use my fingers to get that nice pointed shape, and we'll let it dry like that. Hopefully these are completely saturated, and this is all experimental. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but this is the idea. Well, you can see how saturated that one was. And gum arabic, I don't know if I mentioned, this is the binder for watercolor. There might be a way to starch these brushes, kind of make them stiff the way brushes come originally, and then sand them from there. But this is all in the name of experimenting and learning. So my next question is, do I let them sit and dry, or do I let them, or do I just use a blow dryer? I think I might use a blow dryer just to speed up this process. So let me pause the camera and I will dry these guys. Okay, so I did a quick dry off of these Hakes with the blow dryer. Now, from what I have read in the past, you want to be careful with heat and brushes. You don't want to wash your brush in hot water. I think it damages the hairs. But trying to wear these brushes out, essentially, I believe the concept is to try to damage them. So I felt that that was perfectly acceptable. So they're a little tacky still, and I'm going to bring them up close. Hopefully it focuses for you all to see how sharp I have them with just the gum arabic on them. This guy has a lot of hairs all over the place. I could probably just take a scissor, give that a little cutting, and then start going to town. And we have a scissor right here. So let's fix up this edge. And then this edge is fine. You can see how it all stayed together with that gum arabic. Now I'm just going to pass these over sandpaper. Let's see if it'll file it down to that form. And my thought process is as you paint over and over again on cold press or hot press paper, you're damaging the hairs of the brush that you're using, I would think. And sandpaper would just speed up the process. So I'm just going to pass this back and forth a bit. Then I'm going to give them a good washing, and then we'll try painting on from there. I wonder if you could take a rotary sander and speed up the process like that, or even go outside and just do this on blacktop or cement. I'm going to pause the camera. Okay, so now that they're washed and aggressively dried, I'm going to do a third video trying them out and comparing to what we originally did.